What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ride the Six Motorcycle channel. We are still working on the Gixxer 750. In the last episode, we finally got the bike started up. Everything looks like it's going to be okay, so we're going to continue here. I've already taken the mirrors off because bike doesn't have a clean title. It's going to have a salvage title or an irreparable title, so it's most likely going to end up being a track bike. Now that we know everything runs, I want to start piecing up the plastics and see what's missing as far as bolts. And I guess we're going to start here with our intake vents. So I have them down on the floor here. Yeah, so I'm going to start there because that piece is required to actually start bolting your fairings up as well. So the nose cowls first, I guess the air ducts are next, and then your fairing pieces after that. So I need to see what's missing for parts, screws and plugs and pop pins and all that stuff. So, all right, let's get right to it. So this is the left air duct piece. It's comprised of two pieces, actually. You have your inner duct, which connects back to your frame. And then there's a trim piece that goes around it that lets you bolt on your additional fairings and stuff. So this whole piece essentially has to be installed together. I tried to put just the trim piece on first and then this piece on after. It's a no-go. So you got to drop this whole piece in, and there's a little post there that you have to slide into, and then you have to get this located in the back, and then there's another mounting point there. There's several mounting points on this, and all at the same time you need to clip that in to the front cowling as well. So it's not easy, guys. I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm just going to pop them in. It's probably not going to take me 5 minutes. It's probably going to take a fair bit longer. I've done it once. It's not easy. I'll be right back as soon as I get these in. There we go. I have the first piece in. There's two bolts right up here where my two fingers are at the front that will lock that piece into your front cowling. There's another bolt right here, which I'm not sure if I have yet. I'm going to check my bag of screws. And back here, there's one pop pin that holds these two plastic pieces together. And there's going to be another bolt back here. So again, I'm going to check my bag of screws, see what I have here. And now that we have this left side on, I have a mounting place now for my my left fairing. So that'll be the next piece. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I need here, guys, for screws and whatnot. Let me go to the right side. Let me see if I can get the right side on. So I got the right side on as well. This side is even a little bit more difficult because you have your reservoir tank right here, and there's not a lot of clearance. Like literally this stuff is like right up on each other with only a small gap there. So yep, same thing. You've got two bolts, one there, the other one there, and they have to ride on the kind of the pins, and they all kind of lock into place. And then yeah, so that I know there's a couple screws up underneath as well, up under the nose that holds the nose together. Hopefully you can see now. We kind of have a nose on the bike. I can't see what I'm looking at, but we kind of have the nose on and the air ducts. And now we can start seeing if I'm missing these pieces as well. And then again over here. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get... My goal is to kind of get some of these fairings bolted up here today and hopefully get a lot of it completed. I just got to stick my front wheel on. I do have a new fender here that's not busted, so I got to switch that out. I'm probably going to do that today as well. Check that out. I'm just placing the full right side fairing. Now I did build the fairing kind of off camera. There is three pieces. There's your lower, there's your mid, and there's also your main upper. It's pretty much one piece. It's just kind of manufactured into three pieces and clipped together, screwed together. So I built the right side fairing off the bike. I was able to find these three bolts, this one here, this one here, this one here. I was able to find that for the right side. It looks like I'm missing those bolts on the left side, so I'll order those up. The little grommets, everything fits into place here. There's one back here in this corner. There's one here just under the I guess the main engine bolt. And because this bike has an aftermarket exhaust, some of the, I guess, mounting locations down here may just be a little different. But I am missing this one bolt back here in the rear and the grommet or whatever that goes in the fender, in the fairing here. So I'm going to look into that. I'm going to order that up. And yeah, so there we go, guys. It's really starting to look like a Gixxer. Like, I put all these bits on here today. I'll tighten it all in after, but right now I'm just lining things up to see what's missing and other small bits I need to order, but it's looking good. It's starting to look like a Gixxer, absolutely. I've always loved the Gixxer, the logo, the colors, even back since early 2000s. Like, some of those bikes are classic bikes. Okay, let me, I'm going to see if I can't tack in the left-hand side. Maybe I'll steal a bolt from here just to put it in place and see what else is missing. Let me go around to the other side of the bike. So I have two fenders here. I pulled this one off the bike. This is the one that has the broken piece on the bottom. You can see I have another one here. There's no broken pieces on it, but it does have a bit of a paint scuff at the very front of the fender. So I'm essentially switching one bad fender for another bad fender, but maybe it's not so bad. Do a little bit of body work there, maybe a touch-up paint, maybe a vinyl, maybe a label. But anyways, let me go throw that on the bike, and we'll get that part completed as well. Oh, I've switched the front fender on the bike. No more broken corner here now. Everything's been bolted in. These two bolts here, right there, and this bolt, and the same on the other side. But yeah, we do have that little paint scuff here, which isn't so bad. Maybe I'll just touch it up, or I got a little bit of body filler. Maybe I'll just put it in there, sand it. But anyways, so the fender is good to go. We might as well start looking at putting the front tire on the bike. I have it, so let me go grab the front tire. Let me start finding the pieces. Let's try to get it installed. So here's our front tire. Again, brand new Q5S mounted on it to match the rear. Let me slide around the other side of the bike. You can see I have one of my axles laying over there. So somewhere over there is my front axle with the locking nut and everything. I need to figure out what's what over there. But yeah, let me go throw this on the bike. I'm just going to grease everything up. The wheel spacer goes on the right-hand side, and the axle goes in from the left. So let me go find all those bits. Let me get that thrown on the bike. Oh, getting this front wheel in here, guys, has been kind of a fight. Because I had my headstand on there, I literally could not get the wheel between the front fender and my front head lift. So I've had to lift the bike back up again in the front. I finally have the wheel somewhat positioned there now. I got my spacer here, right there. And I'm going to try to slide the axle through. Like, this is turning into a nightmare. But I'm going to get it done. I don't quit, guys. This wheel's going on the bike right now. I got the wheel in, guys. I had to do the 2x4 trick under the wheel again. Because I can't get to the front of the bike, I can't really use my feet to lift the wheel easily and be on the right and the left side of the bike at the same time. So, pretty tricky. I did do it myself, but it was a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, now I just need to, I've greased the axle. I've greased my spacer. The spacer's on this side like I was showing you previously. And now I just got to torque that in, torque the calipers in. So let's get that done. All right, there we go, guys. Front axle is torqued in at 72.5 foot-pounds. The front wheel, or the front of the bike, is on the ground for the very first time since I picked this thing up at auction on a skid and in a parts bin. So both wheels are on the bike. Very first time the front wheel has ever touched the ground on this rebuild. Pretty exciting. Okay, I'm going to get my front axle pinch bolts torqued in now, and then I'm going to get my calipers on, and we're going to go from there. There we go, all finished, guys. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. I'm probably going to take a break right now. Getting this front wheel in wasn't easy just because of the space I had at the front here. My hook was kind of pulling the bike a bit forward. I think maybe in retrospect, I'll move the hook back a little further next time, or put another one there to give me better options. But anyways, front axle's tightened in at 72.5 foot-pounds. Caliper bolts are tightened in at 25.5 foot-pounds. And pinch bolts, You want to start on your right side first, 16.5. So I went inside, outside, inside, outside for 16.5. And then I did the same on the left side. So the front is all bolted in. The front is complete. It's on the ground. I can drop the rear off the stand now even. Oh, what a nightmare, guys. It wasn't easy, but we got her done. Okay, gonna take a quick break and stay tuned to the video, guys. Let's see what we have coming up next. So I think the next thing I'm going to tackle here on this GSX-R 750 is the old brake fluid. Look at that. It looks pretty brown. So I've released this already. I'm gonna pop the cap, suck this out at least to the low line. And then I have a manual bleeder. It's not ideal, guys, but it's gonna work. And I gotta get down under the bike right there, and we're gonna try to bleed some of this old brake fluid out of the line. So yeah, this is messy. This is probably not something I'm gonna kind of do on camera for you. Like, this is a messy job and it's dirty. There's gonna be stuff all over the place here. Let me I'll give you an update here shortly. Let me suck some of this old stuff out, and let me start getting geared up here to open up that bleeder valve. So I've used the syringe and I've pulled that much old brake fluid out. Now I'm going to start filling up the reservoir with some new brake fluid. I picked this stuff up the other day. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have used this. It is, I think, Repsol Qualifier, I believe it is. Let me see here. Yeah, there you go. Repsol Qualifier Brake Fluid .4. So I usually try to get Bel-Ray. They didn't have any Bel-Ray stuff, so I picked this up. Let me know if you guys have used this, and drop a comment in the video if you have. If it's good, it's bad, whatever, guys. All good. All right, so I'm going to start topping this up, and I'm kind of set up down here on the brake caliper bleeder valve. I'm going to start trying to bleed some of this stuff out. Give you an update shortly. Okay, so just to give you a comparison, what was pulled out is on the left. The new stuff is on the right. You can see the difference in color. Normally when it starts to get really dark, like the stuff on the left, it's time to do your brake fluid flush. So there you go. I've done one side. I've done the right side here. Let me go to the front and let me do the left side now. Brake fluid flush is completed. So I did the left-hand side. A little trickier on that side. I don't know why. It took me a bit of time. Anyways, I've got my bottle topped up. We've got her bolted back in. And I even did the rear. And I tucked the rear reservoir back into its little hiding spot, back under the rear subframe. So we have a full fluid flush done on the bike, essentially. We have brand new oil, brand new coolant, brand new brake fluid. So this bike has had all its fluids done. It's ready on that respect. And I had another piece come in today, and we're going to take a look at that right now also. Our Vortex gas tank cover has arrived for the GSX-R 750. This is a pretty quick and easy install, guys. Now, before you start, plug your tank up. If you end up dropping a screw in this tank, you're going to have to find something magnetic and fish it out. It's not that fun. I've already done it previously. I emptied the whole tank anyway. I didn't really care because there was dirty fuel in this tank. But yeah, cover your tank up. All you need, look at the gas cap. You just need the 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 right there. So I'm just going to do this off camera real quick. Come right back. There we go. Our Vortex gas cap is installed. Like I said, pretty easy install, guys. 3 screws there. And twist on, twist off with a little lock. Pretty straightforward. Okay, let's continue on with the bike. So here we go. Next piece for the bike. Just in. RK 525 Max O-ring chain. I really want to get a DID, but things are just so expensive right now. I was like, oh, I'll just grab the best kind of affordable chain. So this chain was $105 plus tax. Still a bit high in my opinion, but it is what it is. So there we go. And this chain comes with a rivet link. There's no need to purchase a special link with this chain. It already comes with the rivet. Anything track related, guys, you got to have a rivet chain. You cannot have a quick clip link. So we're going to go out in the garage. We're going to gear up to start putting this chain on the Gixxer. So in order to get access to the front sprocket of this bike, we're going to take off our shift linkage here. It's pretty easy to do. This is a 10mm bolt here. You just have to take that bolt all the way out and then slide your linkage off. And the reason I say you got to take it all the way out, because that bolt rides inside that little ledge right there in that groove. If you don't take the bolt all the way out, you cannot pull it off. Of course, you want to mark your original position. I usually line it up with the kind of the gap right there. So our linkage is loose. The next thing I'm going to have to do, probably, I would assume I'm going to have to do it on this bike, is because it has, like, I guess a clutch assist rod that usually goes through the engine. I know the GSX-1000 had it as well. So I'm going to have to probably remove the clutch cable from the top here to give this some slack. I don't want to really take this apart, so I'll get that off here next, and then we're going to pull this clutch cover, or the front sprocket cover, sorry, and we're going to start placing the chain on the bike. So there's 5 bolts in this front sprocket cover. I kind of laid them out in order, so top left, top right, middle, bottom, and kind of mid left. So we should be able to kind of wiggle this cover out of the way. I hope it's enough. I may have to take that whole front clutch lever off. Actually, not too bad. Not too bad. Don't want to damage anything, but yeah, we got a cable here. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure if that is some kind of neutral position switch, or I don't know. Don't have it on my other Suzuki. Okay, so cover's off. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to clean things up a little bit, and we're going to get that new chain rolled around the front sprocket. So using my kerosene and some brake cleaner, I've cleaned up in here around the front sprocket. There was a lot of old grease and stuff laying down in here, but yep, she's looking cleaner. Now I'm going to get the chain. I'm going to start feeding it up around the sprocket. With that front sprocket cover out of the way, I was able to roll the chain on the back wheel around the front sprocket and back. And I've just got a couple zip ties again, as you may have seen on a couple other videos that I do. This is a 120 link chain. The stock chain on this Gixxer 750 is a 116 link, so I need to take out 1, 2, 3, 4 links. So essentially I need to remove that right there. Now also, this rear wheel has a smaller rear sprocket, so I don't know. I'm going to take out the 4 links and see what happens, but I may have to move the wheel back, because we may have a little bit of overlap here. Because if I'm going to remove it from here, it looks like I have an extra, almost an extra tooth to move backwards. So not the end of the world, just hopefully I don't need to change the rear sprocket back to the 46 stock, I think it is. Right now I think this is a 43, because this wheel came from a Gixxer 600 and the 750 is different. Alright, let me tinker with this. Let me get these extra links removed, and we're going to see how it fits up. I've taken my Dremel tool and I've ground the head of that rivet link off. There's my Dremel tool right there. And I just use a little bit like this. It's like a sanding bit, and it takes the head off the rivets pretty quick. So now I'm going to get my punch tool, and we're going to extract that pin, and we're going to be down to a 116 link chain. It is a little loose, but I'm hoping that I can move the wheel back. It's the 43 tooth rear sprocket from a 600, not a 750, and I think the 750 is a 46. So chain's a little loose, but I'm going to set the link in here. I'm going to crimp it in and get this chain done today, and then I'm going to try the adjusters and see what I can do. Worst case, I'm going to have to order a different sprocket. Okay, I've got my my rivet pin here. It's got the plate and the O-rings. Got my little packet of grease right there. All right, let me get this done and I'll hop right back. Step one is done. I have the outer link and all the O-rings and all the grease in there, and I have it pressed. I've actually checked it. It's pretty much right on spec with the rest of the chain. You can see it's almost the same level at the edges here. And I have a little caliper tool that I use to check that. So now I just have to, now this is the hardest part. The easiest part is always pressing the plate in. The hardest part is always crimping these pins to exactly the right spec. Too loose, the thing can fall off. Too hard, and you snap the pins. And since you got to do this all over again. So, yep, it takes some time, guys. Let me see if I can get those pins crimped over, and I'll be right back. Yep, there we go. Chains on, guys. I've got the link basically riveted, and it's all done to spec. Haven't cleaned the chain yet. I'm just going to go with the original grease. This is the first time the bike has been outside since I picked it up, I guess early in the year, and it was on a skid and in a barrel. So this is the first time the bike's been essentially fully assembled and seen the daylight. I'm going to get the side fairing on. I'm going to take it for a little spin around the street. I just put the left side fairing on the bike. All those little bits are together. I just popped the seat in real quick. You can see this is someone's custom Gixxer seat that I had with the bike. Not in the best shape, but also not in the worst shape. So, and yeah, let's make it official. Let's get these, see if we can get these Dunlop stickers off here. I'm going to go for a little quick tour around the street. I don't necessarily need something slippery to wipe me out again. And I got to find the front one. Here's the front one way down low. Had to roll the bike back a little bit. Yeah. That stuff right there is sticky enough. Okay, let me get her started up. I'm going to take her for a quick little boot around the street here. And yeah, I haven't run it through the gears yet. It hasn't been on the street anywhere. I know it starts up. I know it runs. Let me get some gas in the tank and take it for a quick spin. So here's the bike, guys. I'm not sure what happened. I think I lost some footage. Anyways, I put some more bits on the bike. Put my rear seat on. I did put my my gas tank cover on, even though it was kind of damaged on this side and broken right there. I'll probably get a different one for now. But yeah, anyways, I successfully took the bike around my street. Everything's good, and it shifts fine, it runs fine. I don't see any problems with this bike whatsoever. It's still amazing to me that a bike like this was taken apart and thrown on a skid and all the parts stuffed in a barrel. So, I don't know, I put her all back together. Seems to be running good. Okay, sorry for the delay in this video, guys. I've been super busy. I was hunting for the footage. I couldn't find the footage. So I figured I'd just do a follow-up here to end off the video. But yeah, the Gixxer 750 is completed. So, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Stay tuned. There might be a little bit more content coming on the 750 here. And yeah, if you're still out there riding, guys, ride safe and keep that rubber side down.